What's going on, guys? Down here in Mass, drove down last night, spent the night, and got up this morning and headed up into an area that I shot that buck in the other day. There's pretty significant snow. There's probably anywhere between 20 and 30 inches of snow. Deer really aren't moving that much. They're pretty concentrated in their little tiny pockets. So I'm just trying to find some ground around it that isn't full of snow. I think I've got a spot, so I'm gonna go in and check it out, just take a quick spin through it and see what's around and what's not. If there's not a big track around, I'm gonna hit the road and go on to the next. It's fairly windy. It's probably, I don't know, 10-15 mile an hour winds. It should be pretty good if I can get onto one. So stay tuned.
With the lights on, I'm coming heavy with the fights on. I'm hunting, ooh, till you're gone. Save your last breath, cause you don't need it. Devil's gonna grab what he pleases.
What's up, everybody? It's day 2 here in Mass. Yesterday saw a small buck. There's a buck right there. Don't look too big, but I can't tell. Let him go. He'll be a beauty next year. And what else took place yesterday? One of the guys found an antler laying in a bed. Travis tracked a buck to its bed, mature buck that didn't have any antlers. Got phenomenal video of it, photos of it. I saw a buck in the morning that didn't have antlers. So today's the last day of it for me. It's time to leave these deer alone, I think. So I did, however, come in and check out some new ground, and right at the dead end of the road where you got to turn around, there was a nice track right here in the turnaround. So it's with another deer. I'm just gonna take it and follow it for a little ways and see what it does. They're feeding on blowdown right here. Maple fell over, and they're feeding on the tops. The snow's probably almost 20 inches deep here, so I can't imagine he'll go too far, but we'll see. You never know. They might be getting out of here. So I'm just going to take a little stroll and see what we can get into. Pretty good track right there. You can see how it's stepping on the inside. Its back track is stepping on the inside of its front, is because and you'll see this all the time, but a buck will step on the inside of his front track because his hips are narrower. A doe will step on the outside of her track. So it's definitely a buck. I can see that. So we'll figure out where he goes. There's another one right here, which very well could also be a buck. They just put around on these tops, and I would assume they went up the hill, but we'll see. See if we can't sort it out. Well, second confirmation it's a buck. Embedded right here, you can see the dorsal glanceing. Next is to see if it has antlers. Just followed him up the ridge, and there's a bunch of old beds in here and whatnot. There's definitely 2 buck traveling together like I thought when I saw in the parking lot. Looks like they just, to me it looks like they tickled the antlers together. You can see there's tracks all over it right here. But they didn't browse. They didn't browse on that maple or anything. I think they just tickled the antlers together is what they were doing. They didn't dig anything up. They're working their way up through that way, but I don't know how old it is. I would say that it was last night, but conditions didn't change from yesterday hardly at all. Just got cold. So the track could read a lot older than what it is, but they're both traveling together. They're both going up. So I'm going to follow them, just keep going with them and see what they end up doing. Well, those dirts look fresh. Some of you might be like, oh, nasty, he's picking them up. That right there is a good indicator how fresh that is. It was 9 degrees last night and those aren't froze. It's got me kind of concerned. I haven't seen any antler prints in the snow. And I should be. I actually just kicked them up. I didn't even know they went, but I just kicked them up. One of them's definitely a buck because see in his bed. See in his bed. I don't know. I'll follow them for a little ways, see if they stop running. If they don't stop running, I'll end up leaving them. Well, I got both those bucks. Darn GoPro battery died. I had him at 50 yards, and there was nothing I could do. I couldn't switch out the battery. But one was a 6-pointer, probably just a 1.5-year old buck, and the other one, that big track, he didn't have much for headgear. He was maybe, I don't know, 80, 90 inch 8-pointer. Caught them both. Watched the little one for a while and I couldn't see the bigger one. And then the little one moved off and I kind of snuck up with it. And next thing I know, they're bedded down and he was sitting there lopping himself and I could just barely see the other one in the back of the neck and his antlers, and they weren't probably 40 yards from me. I videoed them with my cell phone, but just nothing that I wanted to shoot at this point in the season. They'll be great bucks for somebody next year, but this year there's enough meat in the freezer. I don't need to shoot one of those small ones. Let them live. So it's 2:30. I'm gonna make my way out of here. Well, this is where it all started today. Right here in this turnaround, end of the road. That buck right there. And this one right here. I'll show them to you. I actually thought that this was a much better buck than what it was. Good body, good track. You can see it right there. That's him right there. Just not a lot of antlers, but way it goes. But that's a wrap for me in the East. Iowa next week, and I got work to get done. We'll talk to you.